from the continent opened on Thursday evening at the Ebony Curated, which is based in Cape Town. Titled Color Chart, the exhibition showcases the works of 13 visual artists from all over the continent and is curated by Marc Stanes. Expected to continue until the 24th of February, the exhibition celebrates, among other things, the bold use of color and bringing together the different parts of the continent through the medium of art. Marc joins us now from our Sea Point studios to tell us more about the exhibition. Marc, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
And very good morning to you. Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the significance of the exhibition title, Color Chart. What is the significance of that title?
Well, I think it's always difficult talking about, an exhibition title when you're opening a show. This one is really relating to the context of, I suppose many of us feel that Africa is a continent of color, texture, sound. It has a very rich history. And we just wanted something to encapsulate the feeling of some of these artists that we were showing. And, there's quite a wide variety of artists that we have put on the wall.
How does a gallery come up with such an interesting mix of artists? Tell us about that process.
Well, we have an ongoing relationship with some of the artists. Some I've worked with in other capacities, and we tend to work on our exhibitions quite far in advance. So there are always a bit of a wish list of artists that we wanted to have. I mean, Wole Lagunju, who's Nigerian working in America, for example, who painted Attitude Rocking, was an artist I always wanted to show. So it was great to be able to have the opportunity to have one of his works on the wall. I think it's probably the first time he's been shown in South Africa as well.
What does the exhibition highlight and celebrate, though?
Well, I think it's very difficult to kind of pinpoint. I mean, what we were trying to do is kind of pose a question of what is African art? It's a bit of a buzzword internationally at the moment. All the major collectors all over the world are looking to the continent. But really, for us, it's more about the shared identity that can come through that art can create. And certainly, all over the continent, young artists are producing artworks that are getting noticed. And we really just wanted to kind of have a little bit of a snapshot of some of the artists that we like. And it is quite personal. And we do have artists from, the Ivory Coast, from Senegal, obviously South Africa, and Nigeria. And, for us, it is always personal.
And I mean, you spoke about African art being a buzzword at the moment. In your opinion, what is the current state of contemporary African art at the moment?
Well, I think it's very strong. And in a way that can be quite dangerous, because it becomes that means that everybody's trying to rush in. Collectors are very interested. There's a lot of speculation. But ultimately, it just opens doors to young artists from all over the continent. And obviously, South Africa has a very strong, established art industry. But we're seeing, galleries popping up in Kenya, Uganda, Angola. Nigeria, of course, has become quite a powerhouse in terms of collecting. So I think it's just the general awareness really helps artists on the ground. It enables them to provide, for their families. It enables them to survive in the past when they might not have been able to. They would have possibly had to go abroad to paint. And there's just really this, I think the focus is fascinating for us in the industry.
What is the most challenging part when it comes to bringing the work of all these creatives under one roof?
Good question. I think the challenging part is keeping the artists happy. You want to present them in the right light. You want them to be included in a strong show. And it is about that relationship. And it's a conversation we tend to have quite a lot at the moment in the industry. It's a relationship between dealers, curators, gallery owners and their artists. It is a bit like a marriage, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it's not always the easiest.
All right, Marc, thank you so much for talking to us. Marc Stanes is the curator of that exhibition titled Color Chart, and several African artists there: Anthony Morton, Kimati Mafafo, Soli Sise Ole Rabadowitz and Matt Hazels. Pue Nzube also there in the Tapita. Tapiwa Nyawunde also in that exhibition. Those are the visual artists who are participating in Color Child. The group exhibition opened at Ebony Gallery in Cape Town on Thursday evening.